Hello friends, welcome to International FDP on Environment and Sustainability, organized by UNESCO and DYP COE. Today's my subject specific environment awareness video is on the TPS sustainability, environment sustainability. In last week I have given the lecture on JIT philosophy. This today's lecture is Toyota Production System TPS, Art of Lean with Environment Sustainability. Here, after completing this lecture, learner will able to revive history and concept of Toyota production system, identify the pillars of TPS. He must able to identify the pillars of TPS. What are the pillars? Learner able to understand JIT philosophy. He can able to discover the concept of Jidoka. An overview of the Toyota, what are those principles of formed by the Toyota, and learner will able to identify the company's environmental aspects and impacts. ISO 14001 formed in 2015. He will able to examine benefits of TPS, art of lean with environment sustainability. Next slide. Here I have covered the review history of Toyota. Let's review the history of Toyota. TPS was developed in the year TPS was developed between 1948 and 1975. Japanese industrial engineers E.G. Toyoda and Taichi Ono, these are the two engineers are founders for this TPS. Primary individual credited with the development of this system. Toyota today is recognized as a leader in the auto manufacturing industry, and most other manufacturers use this production system at least in some fashion, not for all, but they are started to utilize this fashion. Taichi Ono was a Japanese industrial engineer and businessman. He is considered to be a father of Toyota production system TPS, and he devised 7 West as a part of the system. He wrote a number of books like JIT for today and tomorrow, TPS beyond large scale production. TPS is seen as one of the major systems that lead to lean manufacturing. Nowadays in US, TPS system as lean manufacturing, and many of the lean concepts people are familiar with today can be directly linked to Toyota. No matter what type of facility is being run in your industry or in entrepreneur or business, learning about TPS can help inspire innovation and prepare a company to implement these types of improvement. What are the improvements? We'll see later on. Let's clear the concept of Toyota production system. What is this Toyota production system? In Toyota production system, there are two primary pillars of system. One is the just-in-time. Here is one pillar, and another is the Jidoka. The first and most famous pillar of the system is just-in-time (JIT). Jidoka, build in quality, is the second pillar. Here is the second pillar. Under the just-in-time continuous flow, takt time, pool system, these are the few points you can study. Jidoka, stop and notify the abnormality, that means automation. Separate the man's work and machine work. TPS can efficiently and quickly produce vehicles of sound quality, one at a time, that fully satisfy customer requirements. So friends, first pillar JIT philosophy will study. Under this JIT concept aims to produce and deliver the right parts in right amount and right time using the minimum necessary resources. With less inventory in a system, the rocks are quickly exposed in production that disrupting flow. Under this JIT philosophy, when the flow of water over that water, the production, once sheep is there, it considered as a production. When water level is high, then what will happen? Whatever the rocks inside the river, that will not touch to the ship. But when level of water is reduced, that means less inventory, the rocks will come up, that means water level reduce, rocks quickly exposed in the production, and that will disturbing the flow of water. So what will happen then? Then the problems come notion, this notion of the surfacing problems. Let the problem come out, and abnormalities is a critical concept in TPS. Let us resolve those problems and go ahead. There are several important concepts to TPS: takt time, flow production, pull system via Kanban, and leveling Hijunka. In next slide, the seven ways are shown in this diagram. 7 ways which are given by the Toyota. First is the overproduction, to produce sooner, faster, or greater quantities here than the customer demand. That is overproduction. Inventory, raw material, work in progress, or finished goods which is not having value added to it. More inventory. Waiting time, people or parts that wait for a work cycle to be completed. Motion, unnecessary movement of these parts or people or machine within a process, that will the waste in manufacturing. Transportation, transportation of movement of people or parts between the processes. More transportation, that will the waste in manufacturing. Sixth is the rework, non-right first time, repetition or correction of a process, that will also come under the waste. Avoid the reworking of the designing or manufacturing. Over processing, processing beyond the standard required by the customer. Over is also processing is also waste. These are the 7 ways. Seek it out to get right over this. But one more we have to keep in mind, waste here, the 8th waste. Wasted for doing this all the 7 waste. 8th waste is potential of people. We are losing the waste potential of people. Next pillar of this TPS, discover the concept of Jidoka. Jidoka is nothing but the Japanese word that ordinarily mean automatic or automation. There are two parts of Jidoka: building in quality at the process. The goal is not to run continuously, but in other words, to stop running automatically when trouble arises. See, this is one example I will going to show you through video. Just watch carefully this video. This is the automated guided vehicle, video of automated guided vehicle. Here we can observe the automated guided vehicle, how it will work. Nowadays in industrial IoT it is using
Safe Motion Control, the safe drive monitoring system for increasing the performance of your automated guided vehicle system. The drive monitor is integrated as a module into the FlexiSoft safety controller. It is the link in the chain that combines various sensors such as the DFS60S Pro safety encoder and safety laser scanners into one system solution. The travel drive of the automated guided vehicle system is safely monitored using the safety encoder and the drive monitor. The steering position is also compared and evaluated against other parameters. If the safety laser scanner detects an obstruction in its warning field, the safety controller instructs the vehicle control system to reduce speed. The drive monitor monitors the change in speed and adjusts the warning and protective fields of the safety laser scanner accordingly. Even when depositing the load, monitoring the vehicle movement and the drives remains an important part of the safety system. The drive monitor monitors the changes in vehicle speed throughout the entire process. If a warning field is breached, it reduces the speed in response. As soon as the red protective field is breached, the drive monitor ensures that all drives are stopped immediately and are prevented from starting up again until all errors are rectified. The drive monitor also helps to reduce the mechanical wear on the automated guided vehicle system by ensuring that it is always brought to a safe and electronically controlled stop. A mechanical brake is only activated if the electronic braking function fails. For example, if the vehicle is not braking quickly enough as a result of a fault, the drive monitor detects this situation and activates the electronic braking function before the protective field is violated to bring the automated guided vehicle system to a stop. Safe Motion Control.
After watching this video, this automatic system of automated guided vehicle, there are a number of applications nowadays using in industry, or we can modify and utilize this as a projects in industry. This automatic stop function helps stop defects from escaping downstream, prevents injury, limits machine damage, and enables a better look at the current condition whenever there is a problem. So you can build in quality at the process through this automation process. And another part of Jidoka is enabling separation of man from machine in work environment. When machine possesses the ability to stop in the event of a problem, then there is no need for humans to stand and watch machines. This ability to separate man from machine reflects Toyota's respect for the employee. This is an important enabler for standardized work to flourish. See in this diagram, the manual feeding and watch the machine cycle, how the machine cycle will be there. Here in this machine, the automatic feeding will be there. Watch the machine cycle. Automatic feeding with and-on light and automatically rejection is there. Self-monitoring machine. Like this modification are going to happen in industry so that this concept will be modification of the conversion of industrial automation, that is comes under the industrial IoT. In next slide, I am going to cover you the overview. Let's overview of Toyota TPS principles. There are total 6 principles are there. Let's come with the first principle, lowering setup times. The time it takes to set up a new task is often extensive and always wasteful. Making efforts to reduce the length of time it takes to set up a new production run is called TPS. When done properly, this can save days, even months of downtime in many manufacturing facilities, so that we can reduce the downtime, lowering the setup times. Second, reducing the size of each production lot. Under this, by creating products in smaller batches, reduce the needs for storage, large upfront supply investment, and much more. Small batches we can manufacture run more efficiently. Sorry for disturbance. See here, what is the shown? Reducing the size of each production slot. Next, third one is the improve the source quality. Purchasing quality supplies from a good source will help avoid defects throughout. Parts often create problems that are undetectable until that are produced, which means excessive amount of waste we can avoid it. So how to improve? Improving the source quality. Next principle, keep equipment properly maintained. While performing maintenance on machines does not require downtime, it should never be delayed. Properly maintaining a machine while extend its life and ensure there is a fewer unexpected outages which are extremely wasteful. We can reduce this by keeping properly maintained. Next principle, use pool production techniques. Using a pool production method can reduce the need for keeping large supplies of a part in stock. To pool system, we can reduce the inventory. The pool system is nothing but, or a Kanban, we can say Kanban in stock. Material supplies that will where to reduce the stock. The pool system or Kanban which proven to be a very effective. Last six principle, partner suppliers. Vendors, suppliers of parts are considered partners and are offered training how to improve their quality and efficiency. Suppliers are a key part of any manufacturing company or process. So, including them in a system like is very essential. So, friends, this is the overview of Toyota TPS principles. So, next slide we'll see the ISO International Organization for Standardization is formed internationally observe and keep the standards. ISO 14001 2015 Environment Agreement Environmental Management System aspects and impacts were to study. Let's observe see one video.
Determine what each aspect may cause to the environment. This is the impact portion of the register. Examples of impacts may be land pollution, air emissions, runoff to land and water, or use of limited environmental aspects properly will not only save you time, but also enable you to achieve great benefits with your EMS once it is implemented.
So friends, implementation of this environmental management system by the Toyota started 20 years before, and number of companies are following nowadays all over the world. In our India also we are following. These are the three effects of environment which are beneficial. First is the environmental benefits by consuming the resource, management of waste, land use that will not affect this environmental waste. So this is the one part. Second part is the social beneficial. We can saving the money. We can charitable. We can fair trade. We can give these benefit to employees, welfare fund. Also, due to this growth of our industry, economic growth of industry, the growth of country also will be there. Cost underemployment also reduce, and revenue will be generated for company or all the social economic development will be there. So combination of these three which will form a sustainability for the society. So how this TPS is linked with the environment sustainability we have studied. So how this benefited by TPS, some examining this, all these benefits of TPS are given for to you. So this 6 benefits are there. Cost. So first is the quality inherent in Toyota products. Second is the cost. Here is the cost which will are kept to minimum as compared to quality to a good return on investment, and delivery is on time and to the expected standard, allowing Toyota customers to plan and maintain their operations successfully. Related to environmental concerns are shared by Toyota and its customers from manufacturing through recycling up to end of life. Related to waste, usually in JIT philosophy, they implemented JIT philosophy. Various 7 wastes they have given to the, and they implemented all 7 waste elimination. Related to safety benefits, safety is the Toyota's constant concern both for its employee and for its customer. So here is the TPS, art of lean with environment sustainability. So thank you very much for listening to my video. Please subscribe, click on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.